So I have here my JBL GO2 Bluetooth speaker, and I want to talk today about this one characteristic of this thing, that it doesn't float. And this is something that I would like to change, so I want it to be able to float in water so that I don't accidentally lose it. So how do we do this? So at first, maybe check out my video here in the upper right corner, and I also post the link below on how to open this thing up. So I'm actually opening up this speaker here. And after you open this thing up, you find here this part here, which is like the charging port and the auxiliary port. And that has screwed and glued onto it here a piece of metal. That's quite heavy, so I'm going to remove the screws first, and then I'm going to pry off here this metal piece. It has some really strong glue, so it takes some force to get it off. Then also there's here on the bottom of the case, there's another piece of metal that's also glued on there, and I'm using here my knife to pry that out. So just by removing these two pieces of metal, we may get enough of flotation that we can that it's not going to sink down in the water anymore. So now after I took out these two pieces, I am going to put it back together, and I'm making sure that here the edge is really clean when I put the front cover back onto the frame. So after I did that, I'm just going to not going to forget here to plug in the speaker again, otherwise we don't have any sound later. So then I'm just going to pop in here this cover into the frame, and while I'm screwing in the screws, I'm using a lot of force to make sure that the seal here is tight, the seal between the two pieces. Right, so yeah, I'm pushing really hard to do this. Okay, so then I'm taking here my glue gun, and I'm using this to cover up here the holes for the screws, so that there's no water that can go through there into the inside of this speaker. Right, so I do that with all the 6 screws, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to go all around here on the outside. See here between the cover and the frame, there's this gap here, and I'm going to fill this up with hot glue. And so I won't actually want to use the speaker without the cover, without this metal mesh here, but normally you would now work really quick and put the metal mesh here into the hot glue, so then it looks just like original. But today I'm going to use this without this, because I want to see how it actually looks like, and I think you want to see that too, maybe when this speaker plays in the water. Yeah, so check out the link here in the upper right corner for my JBL GO2 water test. Of course you want to make sure that it's really waterproof, otherwise you would damage the speaker. And so now let me reconnect this to my phone and then play some music here. And I have my fish tank here in the back, and I'm going to put this in here. And let's see what it does. Let's first try it just by putting it on here, and you see now it's actually floating, so you could just put it in the water and make it play. And now here, if you dunk it down, even now it's coming back up, so it's really got a lot of flotation, and it doesn't sink down into the water anymore. Alright, so yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, then please leave a comment below, and don't forget to check out my other JBL videos.